Hey everyone, Steve Milloy here. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is a 53-year-old disaster and it's getting worse. A new study reports that the so-called controlled burn of 116,000 gallons of vinyl chloride from the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio in February 2023 rained down pollution on an area amounting to 14% of the U.S., ranging from Wisconsin to South Carolina. While the study authors admit that so-called toxic rain has not been death and destruction, another so-called expert told the Washington Post, "I think we should be concerned." But is there a need for concern? No. The so-called toxic rain was not actually toxic because the concentration of the pollutants was diluted and low. In toxicology, it's the dose that makes the poison. If anyone was exposed to chemicals in rain, the dose was at a safe level, so there's no need for concern. But there is a lesson to be learned with EPA yet again. We now know that panicky EPA officials erroneously approved the controlled burn. The National Transportation Safety Board told Congress in March that the tanker car holding the vinyl chloride posed no urgent threat that required the so-called controlled burn. And that erroneous controlled burn is not nearly the first time the EPA has exercised poor judgment with respect to public health and the environment. Here are just some of EPA's greatest hits. EPA's first major decision was to ban the insecticide DDT in 1972. This unjustified and erroneous ban resulted in the deaths of millions of poor black and brown people around the world from malaria and other mosquito-borne diseases. More people have died from traffic and construction accidents resulting from EPA's mismanaged Superfund program for cleaning up so-called toxic waste sites than were ever at risk from the sites themselves. In 1982, the EPA infamously evacuated the town of Times Beach, Missouri amid unwarranted hysteria over dioxin. More than 2,000 people were involuntarily displaced from their homes and the community was permanently bulldozed at a total cost of about $150 million. More recently, there was the 2014 Flint water crisis that EPA negligence helped cause. Then there was the 2015 Gold King mine spill where EPA workers caused mine waste to spill into the Animas River, turning it yellow. Let's not forget the Obama EPA pointlessly killed 50,000 high-paying coal industry jobs in communities those jobs supported with its junk science fueled war on coal. And I'm just scratching the surface here. There's much more to be said about EPA's one-agency destruction of our economy, environment, science, and confidence in government. The Trump administration wanted to slash EPA's budget and shrink the agency into oblivion. That is the correct policy. When President Nixon formed the EPA in 1970, there weren't very many state environmental protection programs. Today there are, and the vast majority of legitimate environmental protection is actually done on state and local levels. EPA should be much smaller and more limited than it is. EPA is not getting better with age. It is as incompetent as ever while accruing more power and getting more evil. This must end. Stay up with the latest EPA disasters. Follow me on X at Junk Science and at my website junkscience.com. Thanks for watching.